Hello fellow YouTubers. Today in this video I'm gonna show you how to fully remove your JB4 piggyback ECU controller from your BMW E90 335. In my case it's an XI. So let's get started. So this is a fully installed JB4 and I'm gonna show you how to remove it all. First of all, let's show you what we have here. We have a JB4 board here, and these are the harness that comes with the JB4 package, and down there that's your ECU. So, and then we have a power connection to the green socket here. Okay, so now I'm gonna first remove this big guy first. So this connector to the board is screwed in. We're gonna unscrew it and then pull it off. Pretty straightforward. So now all this comes off. So now you can pull out the JB4, and I also have this wireless Bluetooth wireless adapter, and I can also remove it at the same time. Come on, let's go. Let's get stuck down there. We'll get it out. Alright, that one's removed. Okay, next thing we're going to remove these connectors. You see, these connectors, they are color matching, so just feel safe to remove them like this. Try to be a little bit careful because those pins are really thin, but you got the point. Just remove them one by one. There's in total 4 of them. 2 black, 1 green, and 1 white. You can't get them wrong because they're all color matched. Now that those 4 connectors are removed, let's see if we can actually pull something out. Not really, because the thing is, this big harness here, it's all connected to the ECU controller down there. So you have to pull out these ECU controllers too. And the way you pull them out, first of all, there's like a latch here that you can pull out a little bit. It looks like I'm removing the whole box. I don't really want to move the whole box. So there's a latch here that you can pull out. Maybe it's easier on this side, so we'll do this side first. This latch. Well, this latch is actually locked up by a small hook inside here. You can poke it out. So let me do it. Find my screwdriver. Did I lose my screwdriver? Okay, here's the screwdriver. Okay. So the way you do it, you poke it and then you pull it out. Here's like 2 holes that you can kind of poke it. 1, 2. This one's kind of symmetrically on the other side, so I think I just pulled it out. Maybe give it a little bit more on both sides. Okay, how about let's poke this first. This one's poked. Apparently this one's poked too. Okay. Okay, looks like I'm pulling out the entire ECU. This makes it easier for the operation though. So how this works is that this thing serves as a lock. Now it comes out a little bit more. You push it up a little bit more, and then you come out a little bit more, push out a little bit more, back and forth a little bit, a couple of times. This comes off. Alright, you see, this comes off. So now the next thing is to slide these two connectors out. The way you do it is you can poke. This is like a clamp here and a clamp here, and you can poke it here and then slide that thing out. Just poke a little bit, yeah, so it slides out nice and smooth. Okay. Alright, let's continue with the other one here. Same deal. To remove this one, you just poke it a little bit and then you can pull it out. Come on. Yeah, just like that. Okay, done with that one. One more to go. For this one, it's the same deal. Let me just put these things to the side to give some room for this operation here. You pull out this latch. And then raise it up, pull it out a bit more, raise it up a little bit more. Yeah. It's a little bit stubborn, but it'll come out. These two are no longer locking it, so it should come out. Oops. Okay. Okay. Just giving it a little bit of pulling on the side and pull it up. Okay, there we go. It comes out. These connectors were really made pretty firm. Good job, Siemens. Or BMW, I should say. And this one's a little bit more trickier because you see these two connectors slide out this way, but this thing is in its way. So you have to actually pull this whole thing out first. And the way you do that, they have to poke these two holes to release the lock. One here and one here. Once those are fully released, you can pull them out. It's out on this side. We just need it to be out on this side now. Okay, now it's out, fully out. Remember, this side up, it's got this little thing here, so we'll put it there. Now we can slide these two things out one by one. Gray on the left and black on the right. We need to remember this order because these two, this gray one and black one, is identical in size, so gotta be a little bit more careful with this. Actually, I can use my hands. Yeah, my hands are handy. Are more handy. I think my hands are more handy. than that tool. Yeah. Okay, so fully removed 4 connectors. So now this whole thing can be pulled out. But wait, we still have a power connector. So let's get that removed first. If you look down here, there's a green connector that is actually feeding the power to the JB4. I'm gonna put that out first. There's something here that locks it in. You have to poke it a little bit in that case. Okay, now it comes out. See, that's how it locks up. Now it comes out. We need to get this thing poked out. Wire number 2. Usually there's a protective shield here, as is on this side, but mine fell off because you see I broke it off a little bit, so that one's gone. The only thing I need to do next is to pull out this cable here. Usually it requires like poking here. Like you can see, poke it, push it in a little bit so that it comes out. It's because mine wasn't fully inserted. I don't have to poke it, so I'll just pull it out. And you can see my customized connector here, connection here, which is not a good idea. I think that's why and the first time JB4 doesn't show up on my dashboard, because of this custom wire that is not done properly. So I'll remove it for now. Anyway, so this is your whole JB4 wiring harness. Now you can remove it. And our next thing is simple. Simply put everything back. Remember, for the smaller one, remember we said gray is on the left, yes, and black is on the right. Okay, there are arrows for you to refer to, so don't need to worry too much about that. And we'll slide this thing back. Remember, this thing on top, but not fully in. Well, I'll show you why in a moment. These slots, they are actually matched with these pins here. So if you lock it completely in, it will not slide down. The way it slides down is that everything needs to match. I'll show you this. Okay. Anyway, we'll put these two back first. The black big one slides in like that. Oops. Needs to be done properly. Like this. And then the white smaller one slides in like that. Okay. And this thing will go down like that. Okay. And now you just push them down. And then while you push down, you press that. It'll help it lock in. See that? Push down and at the same time slide this thing in. And everything will line up. Accordingly. At least that was the idea. Come on. Yes. So when you slide it in, you see that this whole thing goes down, and you know that it's fully connected in that way. Alright, and for this, we just slide back this connector. Pin number 2 goes back in. We'll probably hear a clip. Yep, there it is. It's all back to stock. Now we put everything back in place. Manage these wires so that they sit nicely tight in here. And it's done. The only thing then is you're gonna have to put those covers back and start the car. Alright, thank you for watching. This is how you restore your car from